Today we will be working on Woodchuck. This is a 1988 Custom 24 tin top. We technically should only call it a custom because in 1988 a Custom 22 did not exist. My son came up with the name Woodchuck. This guitar is as old as I am. It's using the original Phase 1 winged tuners. Some people are scared of these tuners, but they're actually quite interesting. You'll notice that the previous owner wound these a little too much. They're designed to where there should be no wraps around the actual cam portion. So we're just going through and pointing all the wings towards the tip of the headstock. This just orients them for the next step. They're a little gummed up, so a little hard to kind of push out. But they just slip out and they're unlocked. These are actually really cool tuners, I think. Luckily, the fretboard doesn't need a lot of polish. These frets will need replaced soon, but they still have some life in them yet. We'll just go ahead and quickly get these polished up with the D'Addario polishing kit here. Nice and shiny. When I got this guitar, one of the pickup mounting screws fell out, so I'll need to replace that. Well, not replace it, just put it back in. LTTstore.com. Just unscrew these right here. Nice. Now these vintage pickup rings do not have a retainer for the actual spring. Ask me how I figured that out. Dang it. 1 second while I go find that on the floor. Super easy to find. Found it in definitely not half an hour. Anywho, let's try this the old-fashioned way. Make sure there's nothing else in there. I'm going to feed the screw in first. There we go. Now feed the spring on. Started a few threads just so it bites in there. Nice. Gonna go ahead and tighten this back up just a little bit. I would hate to let go and have to look for that screw again. Zipper back up here. I would hate to put that in sideways. Now for a modern tin top, I don't think this would count. However, the movement in this flame is amazing. I just fell in love with this guitar when I saw the ad for it. Go ahead and raise this neck pickup just a hair. You'll see that it doesn't have the sweet switch. It has a factory tone knob, which is pretty interesting. think I'd prefer the tone knob anyway, but just get some of the dust off of here. It's a pretty clean guitar. I got this as a birthday guitar, as it was born the same year I was, as well as my wife. And then my son, for some reason, named it Woodchuck. It's got the short heel there. Get this polished up here, get the fingerprints off, and yeah, get that tension out. Get that tension out. 38 years is a rough time. It came with 10s on it, but these originally came with 9s. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back on it. There's your player's circle code. Whoever puts that in first gets it, I guess. Hopefully you can read that. I'm going to get it strung up here. I normally play with 10s, but this PRS uses knife edge screws on the bridge, and this guitar was not set up for 10s, so the bridge was hanging pretty high. And I figure, since it came with 9s in 1988, let's go ahead and put 9s back on it. And I love D'Addario NYXLs. All affiliate links for all the parts and strings I use are in the description below. I need to make my 25 cents. Chicken nuggets are expensive. And so are cheeseburgers. Just getting it strung up here. So yeah, with these wing tuners, you just pull the string tight, put it in the little groove that's on them. You don't put it through a hole or anything. You just spin it till it starts to grab it, and then you just lock the cam. Lock it in there. The low E is a little thick, so it's hard to see if it grabs it. But actually, I'm quite impressed with these. Used to the normal thumb screws. These are just fine. Also, there's something about a vintage PRS that just feels different than my new ones. I don't know what it is. It's just like it's got its own personality. It feels fantastic. These are probably one of my best playing PRSs I own, which is saying something because all my PRSs play amazing. It's the only reason I jumped ship from the other guitar brands. And they look really cool. 15-year-old me would be pretty impressed as I play in my basement. Just a bunch of dad rock. I forgot how thin 9s feel. Alright, we're just gonna get this tuned up here. These strings feel different, of course, but I like it. Getting it tuned up here. Going back and forth, and barely any movement in the tuning machines, which is nice. As you can see, setup required. This is just a beautiful